Sit down, shut your mouths,
and watch The Gift of Gabe.
Yo, party peeps, what is up? It's your boy, the best gabber in the biz. The final episode of Dynamite on the road to Full Gear this Saturday is officially in the books. And oh man, a lot of stuff went down. So let's gab about it. First things first, we kicked off tonight with a huge, great all-star 8-man tag between the Don Callis family, consisting of the Machine Brian Cage, the Murder Hawk Monster Lance Archer, the Alpha and International Champion Konosuke Takeshita, and the Protostar Kyle Fletcher, who is not Will Ospreay, versus Will Ospreay. Mark Davis of the former United Empire, Powerhouse Hobbs, big, black, and jacked, and out of this world himself, Ricochet. Like I said, this match, it was super dope. It gave us a lot of the teased action that I'm sure we'll see when Takeshita and Ricochet end up battling each other, probably most likely in the C2 over the next coming weeks, and of Ospreay versus Fletcher that happens this Saturday. And it's just always great to see Hobbs because, like I said, big, black, and jacked, who can wreck freaking anybody, and that's what he did. However, at the end of the day, the Don Callis family was able to get the victory, thanks in part to Ospreay hitting the hidden blade accidentally on Mark Davis, Kyle Fletcher, pulling Davis right in the way, and then gets finished off right with the huge knee by Takeshita. 1, 2, 3. Don Callis family takes the dub, and that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is why I think Mark Davis is going to turn heel this Saturday, help Kyle Fletcher win, which basically will make what I say happen, because I was like saying when they were going to do this match, I was like, Fletcher is going to win this next one, and then they'll probably end up having a final match against each other at World's End, and then they will go their separate ways. Now, if this was the first time they were battling this year and they didn't have the great match they did back in March with Ospreay winning, I'm like, okay, Ospreay just, it basically would have been like how the first match was. Ospreay goes over, but Fletcher gets over, because that's what they did in the first one, because look where Fletcher is now after that match. Like, we see all the freaking potential, and he's realizing it right in front of our eyes. So, this Saturday, Ospreay is going to do one for his boy, behind the scenes, like, and he's going to be like, yo, Fletcher gets the dub, and then he has the huge win over Ospreay. They'll have one last match, maybe with some sort of stip, like maybe 2 out of 3 falls at like World's End. Ospreay wins that, and then they both move on. And before next year is over, I guarantee Kyle Fletcher is holding a singles championship high above his head once again. This time in AEW one versus when he was the ROH TV champion for most of this year. I think the international title will be a good one for him to win next year. But overall, Fletcher versus Ospreay is going to be great. But I'm sorry, Will, you're going to have another one of your former best friends and brothers turn on you. And it's going to basically have you feeling like this.
Oh, no, the fuck you didn't. Oh, I know.
Guys, tonight was a night pretty much about almost justifiable, like, attempted murders. And I'll get into another one that happened later. But let's talk about Daniel Garcia and Jack Perry. Now, we saw what happened at Collision. Darby and Daddy Magic, definitely this guy had his nipples hard. They drove off with Jack Perry into the night. Great freaking shit. It was awesome. But then here on Dynamite, we saw that there was more that unfolded. They got Jack to this, like, abandoned looking warehouse. They had, like, tied him up to a chair, and, Daniel Garcia was like, dude, I will never be you. I won't go to that place you want me to. And Jack was like, man, you don't have what it takes. You don't have what it takes. Spits in his face, and he pushed him in, and Garcia was going to wail on him, his defenseless ass, with that crowbar, but he decided against it and hit the window in the lights of the car, of the scapegoat bus, and then was on his way. And then they just left Jack in the room screaming, basically ultimately getting what he wants, because he knows deep down that Daniel Garcia does not have what it takes to beat him, go to that place, and become TNT champion. I think this Saturday, Garcia does go to that place, and we see him, like, honestly, probably maybe just pile drive Jack Perry right onto, like, the announce table or on the steel steps right before he ends up pinning him, or even a moment where, like, he's just wailing on him, almost where he's defenseless, and then locks him in a submission, and, like, Jack's already basically out, and then he taps out, and we're like, he went to that place, and now Daniel Garcia is the new TNT TNT champion. I cannot wait. I'm going to be there live. It was going to be so awesome when we hear, and new TNT champion Daniel Garcia. He's holding that title high in front of like 10,000 freaking people inside the Prudential Center. So, man, get ready to do the dance, hit the champagne, flex on them, whatever you want to do, boys, because we're getting a new TNT champion this Saturday. Guys, again, keeping along the theme of, attempted murders. We saw another one tonight, and we're going to see another one this Saturday. The one tonight was with Darby and Claudio. Dude, Claudio just beat Darby's ass, dude, for a friggin' month, dude. He's been doing this, and it came to a head tonight. Beat his ass all over the place, man. It was great. Sorry, Darbs. I mean, yeah, you love that we love you getting your ass murdered by guys like Claudio all the time. It's friggin' great. Claudio beat him, justifiably so. Hell, there was a great picture where Darby's laying under the table cloth. I was getting dropped on the table. Oh, that sounded so painful. And someone was got his ass killed so bad. He freaking tucked himself in and took a nap. Bro really got put to sleep by Claudio. Freaking fantastic. And then let's talk about the future murder that's going to happen. It's going to happen this Saturday with Mox versus Orange. Orange, after getting literally hands taped in his pockets and beat down by the Death Riders, he ended up getting his way back up, staring down Mox, being like, I'm still here. And so I've seen some people that have said they don't think that, they think this match will be good, but they think Orange and Mox back from 2023, their first time at All Out, I think they think that this match won't live up to that one. I think it's going to end up surpassing it, because while that story was absolutely perfect and we saw Orange go out on his Shield in defeat, I think we see him go to his even furthest. Beyond, these two have their best match together, coupled with the best story that they have right now of their rivalry. Again, beating out the one they had going into All Out last year. And that, we saw Orange go out on his Shield. This one, we see him not just go out on his Shield. I think we see him go out, getting put in the ground, buried 6 feet under, because he's going to die. He will put up everything, and he will give every last bit of strength, probably blood, sweat, and tears, and heart, his soul. And Mox will squeeze every last drop out of him until freshly squeezed his last drop. And Moxley will just walk out like nothing even happened. There's another casualty needed that fought his Death Riders as they try to change AEW for the better. And it's working, but there have to be prices to pay. Danielson was the first casualty. Orange, my friend, unfortunately, you are going to be next. So enjoy these next few days, guys, because after that, Orange is going away for a while. Bro is going to die.
You got knocked the fuck out!
Okay, guys, that is Dynamite. We are Dunsky. Put in the rearview mirror. We are done. Full Gear is this Saturday. So many awesome matches across the board. I cannot wait to be there live. It's my first one that I will be in the arena for, but just like every Full Gear that I've ever witnessed since the beginning, it's going to over-deliver again, because that's just what AEW does, especially when they are on pay-per-view. I cannot wait. However, a week after that, we got Survivor Series War Games, and we're going to continue to build towards the Bloodline versus the Timu-ass Bloodline, OGs versus Low G's, when Roman's Bloodline battles solos inside of War Games. They got their 5 with Bronson Reed. Will Seth Rollins finally come around now that the Bloodline has gotten involved in his business and cost him his match against Bronson Reed this past Monday? Will he find a way to feel Usi and make up with his former Shield brother in Roman Reigns? And god dang it, someone try to get a hold of Heyman. We don't get why he blocked the Tribal Chief, why he disconnected his damn phone. It's crazy. And we'll continue the build to find out the next, or the first, Women's United States Champion. And what the hell is Nakamura going to do now that he's back and he clearly has a target set on LA Knight? Yeah! And his United States Championship. Guys, you're not going to want to miss any of these shows going down. You're certainly not going to want to miss what your boy, the best gabber in the biz, has to say afterwards. And remember, Kevin Owens was always right. But keep on liking, keep on subscribing, and most importantly, keep on remembering that when it comes to talking wrestling, who better to gab with than Gabe right here. And I'm not wearing my shirt. I just got a haircut. I gotta go hop in the shower. I haven't done it yet. Wanted to do this video for you guys. But hope you enjoyed Dynamite tonight. It was awesome. Full Gear is going to be so freaking dope from top to bottom, start to finish. So until then, deuces, and I will see you guys after SmackDown this Friday.